Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. We are in the Frostbite update, which is now on the main branch on Steam, so everyone will now have this. And unfortunately, as part of that, you're required to reset your saves. There is no way to continue your save games. Basically, the developer's saying they will be a buggy mess if they try to allow it, so they've enforced that you restart. So we're now started a new story because there's a new update. And there's a whole bunch of things in the update, but let's first of all get started with the new story, the new start to the game, and you can take a look at that. And of course, it should be available for you now in Steam. So I'm on the pause screen. Let's get back to the game and see what it's got for us, the new story.
You sure you want to go through the storm? You crash, we can't come back for you.
I know. I need cover from that sentinel.
Let me just lower that the audio a little bit there. That's a little bit loud. Where is my master volume? There we go. It's always a crash scene.
46 feet. Surface temperature is life pod deployed.
And you can see over there is our life pod dropping down, and it should be noted that, well, this is the main feature of, can we pick up this stuff? Yeah, pick up a flare. The main feature of this whole thing is that the sort of temperature mechanics are now live. So there is now a new gauge at the bottom left of the screen, I think. Yep, 78 degrees, 77, 76, etc. So we need to go somewhere warm and hopefully last out this whole thing. So, why don't we just go over here and see if we can get into a cave, hopefully with some thermal lilies, or as we want to call them in this game. There we go. And you can see our temperature recovering. Good. Makes it much easier to gauge things when you have a temperature gauge, as you might imagine. And I guess we'll go and explore and see if we can find our way down to, well, either our life pod or a new base. Now, there is some more things to actually note about the new update. And I know it's a little bit noisy, a little bit windy at the moment. It's just another place. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so some new things in the update. Quantum lockers. You've got the ability to create a locker that is accessible from more than one place. Basically, ender chests from Minecraft are now in Subnautica. So if you are familiar with the Minecraft mechanic, basically open a chest one place, put it in there, put whatever you want in there. And then on the other side, wherever you put another chest, same kind of thing, another quantum locker, you can access the same inventory space in both locations. So it is shared between them, sort of handy to actually have. And I'm just going to pick up some water-giving fish while I can. Yeah, and of course my O2 gauge now gets replaced, or replaces the, what was I going to call it, the temperature gauge when you're underwater. So that is good. Nice UI design, quite like that. Anyway, off to our life pod it is. Here we are, as we expect. And here's our life pod. Good. So we get some new blueprints. And a nutrient block, that's pretty much it. And why don't we just get some water out of that. So let's just convert that over into some water. Good, and lots of new recipes basically, but we don't have the ingredients for them just yet, so we have to go and get some other stuff first. But yeah, of course, one of the first things we're going to want is to make our various bits and pieces of tools. So equipment, as you might imagine, O2 tank, fins, and probably a knife, a scanner. That's pretty much it. It's just those four things. So I need to go and grab those materials, but you've seen me do this fairly recently, so I'm just going to go and bring you back if a storyline pops up or new story. Haven't seen anything yet, but hey, we'll see. Off to explore a bit. And with a quick trip for some creep vine, we're able to get that started on that whole thing. In particular, silicone rubber ×2. I don't think, well, we're probably going to need ×2 anyway, so we may as well make 2 batches of them. Is that everything I actually have? Well, I've got a lot more that I can actually make, so why don't we just make more of it? I'll make some lubricant while I'm at it. I'll make just 2 of those. And then we'll just consume the rest with the silicone rubber. So also part of this update is a few things. One, the glacial basin has been completely redone. That was the area we were about to get to. We took a short trip to it, if you remember. It's the place where we found, I think it's like called a snow fox, whatever it's called, the land vehicle basically. That small cave where you found that sort of penguin drone thing. So yeah, that is completely redone. There is now snowballs apparently that help in that kind of area for throwing them at animals. Fins, yeah, silicone rubber ×2, and a survival knife. So let's just make a survival knife. And some fins, that would be very nice. And then we just have to go and get some fiber mesh, which needs the knife anyway, so you can't get that without the knife. And then we've got other bits and pieces, particular a scanner, but that needs a battery, so we need to go and make a battery, which is... We need to get some ribbon plants going, but everything else we've got, so we can go and pick up some bits and pieces. My knife's down there. You can see I already have plenty of silicone rubber to actually deal with stuff, so that's fine. I'm just going to go then and go and grab some creep vine itself rather than the seed clusters. We just want a sample of the creep vine, and that's going to help us make fiber mesh, and then that'll help us make other bits and pieces. So let's just go and see if this counts, or whether I have to go over there. It should count. There we go. There we go, 4 of it. And we'll head back. My fins have auto equipped, have they? Yes, they have. And I forget just how little oxygen you have at the start of the game. Okay, also in the update is ore veins. So they're sort of more richer veins in certain areas. I haven't obviously come across any yet, but I'm sure I'll be able to show you them once we get to that part of the game. So quite a few different features. I'm not sure that the developers haven't really said anything about what the updates to the story are, and nothing has really popped up just yet, so we'll have to see what that actually turns out to be in practice. I think they're probably leaving a bit of a mystery for people to find out about. So I've got some fiber mesh. I just need 2 titanium now, and I need 3 titanium and then a battery, so I'm going to need some ribbon plants and some titanium. And titanium is particularly straightforward to find just by finding, yeah, there we go, 1 and 2 and 3, and then I just need to find wherever there are some ribbon plants, and there should be some around. You can already see we have a Seaglide fragment, but we need an actual scanner to be able to get that and be able to transport ourselves around a little bit quicker. There's a ribbon plant. I just need a couple of them, so I'll see you once I've gathered them. That should now be everything. I'm not sure if those solar panel pop-out things were there before. If they are, let me know in the comments. Didn't notice them, if not. If so, even. So there we go, 1 battery. Cool, and then that means we can get an O2 tank from some of the titanium. Cool, and a scanner just needs 1 more titanium. Did I pick up something else? I must have picked up some... Oh, lead. It must have been a galena. Okay, that's fine. There's also these new indicators, so it tells you how charged things are, just at a glance, which is a kind of handy thing when you have lots of batteries in your inventory. So that's pretty good. And I also obviously have a fill indicator for my O2 tank. Not that that's too helpful, given that I've got it on my user interface in front of me, so I don't need that as much, but I'm willing to take it. Copper. Okay, I need more titanium. We'll take some quartz, however, because we're going to probably need a little bit of glass shortly. I thought there was another... Was there not another thing to click down here? Ah, there it is. Oh, more copper. Okay, off to find titanium. Okay, 1 scanner, please. The repair tool has also popped up, so clearly it gets discovered as you actually get things. You need some crystalline sulfur for that. That's not around just yet, but at least not right next to the life pod, I don't think. We'll need to go and find that later. And the computer chips and wiring kits. Yeah, fine, that's fine. We can get some glass going. Is there anything in here I needed the glass for? I thought there was, but it may be something else. Oh, flashlight. I don't really need the flashlight because it's part of the Seaglide. And of course you can see at the very bottom of the screen, you can see how charged my scanner is. So that's all well and good. So if we find then our little Seaglide fragment, wherever it was, we should be able to go and use that to go and make a Seaglide, if I can remember where it is. There was a couple of them around. There's one. Let's just get that. It'll probably need 2 fragments as normal, but that's no big deal. Oh, 3 fragments. Fine, that may be more. Oh, no, maybe not so much. There's some more fragments. Good. I'm happy with that. And we need a 3rd fragment, don't we? No, it's probably going to be off in the middle of nowhere. Oh, wait. No, I'm just being lucky. Yeah, there we go. Seaglide fragment. Okay. So Seaglide should be the next thing we get up, and why don't I just take another one of these ribbon plants?
30 seconds.
Yes. Because we need more batteries, basically. We certainly won't have a charger, so we need to have batteries in the meantime. Okay, and that's why you wanted to create some of that lubricant before. We're going to need a bit of copper wire, and then we should be able to then go and make a Seaglide, I think, somewhere. Deployable Seaglide, there we go. So battery, lubricant, some copper wire and some titanium, and we have our nice little vehicle that we need to get around a little bit faster. Good. And then I'm just going to turn this extra fish into some water, and we're also going to need some food as well, but that's also stuff we can pick up. You can see just how much silicone rubber I've got from that, so that's no big deal. And I'm just going to put this down here. And I've got a beacon ready just in case I need to label anything. So yeah, I'm not doing too bad. At least for the very start of the game, the first 10 minutes or so. If you remember, the original Below Zero had a whole base that you started in that you can explore, see some prawn suits, head down towards the water and head out here. We haven't seen that yet in this playthrough, so I'm just wondering, is that going to be part of the actual part of the storyline? We'll see when we get to it. And as before, there is an icon for the emergency supply cache, which does pop up. So once you have a look at that, we should be able to go and get it now that we have a nice Seaglide. I didn't make the repair tool yet because it does need stuff I don't have. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I certainly don't. Oh, it's the crystalline sulfur. So yeah, that's something we can grab. But in the meantime, off we go to the supply cache. And let's see if that will help us out. So let's just go and see what's down here. We have a data box.
New technology created.
Yeah, compass. I'm very happy with that. Okay. Pathfinder tool. And the first aid kit.
Acquired.
And of course, down next to the emergency supply base or cache is a few things. One of which is... did I get the compass? Oh, it's just the blueprint for the compass. Maybe it's the blueprint. Anyway, down by the side of this, there is silver and gold in these little tunnels. Of course, we don't have much in the way of oxygen. So you are going to take a dive and then go and head straight back to the surface. In the meantime, however, we got bits and pieces just on little boxes around the place. So do that first and then go for a quick dive. Do be aware, those tunnels down there you get lost in extremely easily. There is a way to actually get yourself back, and that's what the Pathfinder tool is, if I remember rightly, which is all sort of like a string of crumbs, Hansel and Gretel style. You can follow your way back to the surface. I think it's a maximum of 20 you can drop, but in the meantime, there you can see, I got titanium. Didn't really want titanium. Gold will do. But we can get some oxygen from these plants, of course, so there isn't quite as much as a big deal. But let's just scan the sea monkey nest. Okay, I was hoping to get some kind of technological advantage from that, but I guess not. And anything new in here? No, just limestone. Fine. We definitely want our sea truck before we come in here extensively, but I suspect we're going to be needing silver. And there is some in here, if I remember rightly. Is there anything to actually scan in here? Oh, there is. Mobile vehicle bay. Yep, sea truck would definitely be an advantage. But we do need 3 fragments for that. Oh, and they're back from the first game. Yes, so can I get crystalline sulfur from in there? Yes, I can. They eject little swimming bomb fish that come after you and, well, make things a bad time. So yeah, they're around. Nice to know. I'm not sure if they were already around, I just didn't notice them previously, but hey, they can certainly get the crystalline sulfur from them, so that's fine. And now I need to head back over to my life pod. It did say dangerous weather approaching, so warning. What that turns out to be, well, we'll find out. But let's head back across to the pod. I should have enough to make the repair tool now, maybe even a compass. And still hunting around here for silver. There is an Altera PDA. So, conversation that you want to pick up that I forgot about the first time. And then, again, still for silver ore. I think I've got one piece of it so far, but we actually do need two for a wiring kit for the compass, I think. Do I have one or two? Silver, one. Okay, I've got 4 gold, 1 silver. So we need 2 silver. Off to continue to dive around here. And there you go, we need a wiring kit for the compass, so we're definitely going to want that. 1 wiring kit it is, and we should have enough copper to get us going with the rest. So copper ore, let's just grab 2 of that, and we should be able to then get a copper wire, which then gets us the compass. Somewhere. Tools? Deployables? Tools? There we go, compass. Okay, and that is auto equipped. Good, which means it's at the top of my UI. Good. So we have a compass able to take us to wherever we need to. In particular, back and forward the emergency supply cache, just picking up various bits and pieces. There is some scannables down there. For example, I found one of a laser cutter. Just one fragment of it, and of course you saw the mobile vehicle base, so there is more to actually find. I did want to leave this episode a little bit short here because I want to know whether you want me to continue on this, because obviously it is a restart. I mean, it doesn't mean I have to cover some things that I have covered before, but at the same time I am abbreviating things a little bit in this starting episode, so do let me know otherwise, you know, how you actually feel about the series. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode for some more Below Zero Frostbite, and yeah, we'll see what the story's like, hopefully, once I manage to get it started. As always, guys, thanks for watching.